right, good morning. We have with us this morning Lisette Guzman from Circle 100. How are you doing, Lisette?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Very good.
Nice.
So the reason I bring you here today is obviously your story. And in your story, there are many challenges, really personal challenges, health challenges. All of us have different challenges, family and whatnot. But life is also going in the background and you're running a business. So tell us about what did you do before you became a real estate agent?
Before I became a real estate agent, I was a social worker. I was working with a nonprofit organization and then for 7 years. And then I went to work for the state for the Department of Youth and Family, DCYF, here in Rhode Island.
And when you did that, did you like it? You didn't like it? Like what made you say, I want to become a realtor?
I didn't like the money. I did like helping people. This is who I am as a person. I enjoy helping people, but I didn't like the money, you know?
So you didn't make enough money. You like the job, but you didn't like the fact that you're not making money.
Exactly. So that's why I decided to move to real estate to be able to control what I earn.
Okay, good. So without mentioning company names, because we're not going to do that.
Yes.
We're not bashing anyone, and we really believe that all companies are great companies, and agents just need to decide where is their home. So without mentioning company names, you've been before you came on to Circle 100. You've been in another company. Tell us your experience. Like what made you say, I need a change, I need something else? Why did you make that move?
Mm-hmm. The reason I decided to make that move was because I needed more guidance.
What kind of guidance? Because guidance,
Coaching.
I'm sure they had training. You had training over there.
Yes. It was good. And actually that training helped me a lot because, I was able to start and put the ball to roll, but I needed more to be able to take my business to another level. I needed more. So I needed more like coaching, defining my goals, defining like a step by step what I needed to do to accomplish them, like brainstorming. And when I interview with you, one of the first thing you told me is that first of all, you showed me that you really knew what you were talking about and that you were able to, you asked me questions that made me realize I needed the help and that you had what I needed. So that's why I decided. You offer the weekly coaching. I was sold in that right away because I knew I was going to get value weekly from that meeting. So it was a good.
When people want to make a change, they're scared because most people, they don't like change because it's scary. Making a move is not something that most people like to do. So how did you feel about that? Did you have that experience? Did you feel like it's hard for you or you were excited about the move?
I don't like moving because I feel like unstable, making move. And I didn't want to give that impression to my clients also that I was moving a lot. That was one of my fears. Like, what about if I make the wrong choice and I have to move from your company then to another company? I was skeptical to do that. But at the same time, I knew I needed the help and that I needed to make the change. So I just decided to, I prayed about it. I seek God for guidance and I just move on.
So you took a leap of faith and you went with it. And what happened? Did you lose customers because of that or not?
At all. No, at all. On the contrary, I gained customers because of that, because by as I said, there were a lot of things that I needed to do that I was not doing. So by coming to Circle 100 and understanding what I needed to be doing weekly or daily, I gained customers.
There is a situation where, and this is what I see, if an agent is making a move, the first thing they got to do, they got to let everybody know that they made a move. And when you need to get in contact with all your database and let them know you made a move, you just made another contact. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait, my sister is buying. Hey, call my sister. And all of a sudden you're just letting people know you made a move. You picked up some leads. Did that happen to you?
Of course. Of course. One of the things that you helped me understand, it was that I needed to be on the phone daily to prospect, and I was not doing that. So I started calling people and letting them know that I was a realtor. You helped me put the system in place so I can know what to say, how to say it, also to gather the system to be able to be productive while I was doing. So I started doing it. I started telling them that I had moved, but it was going to be for good, you know?
Before you came on board, that year, like 12 months, the last 12 months in the prior company, you were doing like not much transaction, right? Like 2, 3, 4 transactions. It wasn't something.
Yes, like four to five transaction, I think it was.
Okay, so you went from 4 to 5, you joined the company, and then what happened?
I went from 4 to 15, and then to I think it was 24 transaction.
And this year, you're probably over 30.
Yes.
From 5 deals to 30, you did all the work. Tell them about your experience with the coaching inside the program. Like, okay, I have a coach. That doesn't mean anything. I know a lot of people that have a coach and they still make the same amount of deals. But you actually took action. So in other words, you utilized the coaching because you were thirsty and ready for it. And therefore you got in action, and therefore you got the results that you really deserve. It's your action in the field makes you deserve what it is that you're getting. So you can't go from 5 to 30 without doing the work, correct?
No. Yes. Well, what happened is that the coaching weekly give you, it's like a reminder. You need it, it keeps you like accountable, but it also keeps you focused on what is it that you need to be doing. Because sometimes we read books or we have coaching system, but we don't get a reminder. And there in the coaching, weekly coaching, we get a reminder, remember you need to be doing such and such, and you just go, it's in the morning, so you just take actions, throughout the day.
So what did you do? Like, what actions did you take?
First of all, it started in my very early in the morning, like when I wake up. When I when I met you, I was waking up like at 7, maybe 8. I didn't have like a time to wake up. Now I wake up at 4:50, sometimes 4:30, 4:30. So it starts there. I'm working out in the morning. I pray, I meditate, I journal, I read, then I start my day.
So what is, when you start your day, what activities, what business activities did you plug into that you didn't do in the prior company that made you start creating this momentum?
I start my prospecting routine. I make phone calls.
Who do you call?
I make phone calls to just listed, just sold. I'm call for sale by owners, for rent by owners.
So just listed, just sold, you mean you're calling around your listings and you're calling around your sold properties, correct?
Both. Yes, it's all depend. If I gather a listing, I call around the 500 houses around that listing, to let them know that that property is on the market, to let them know that we're going to have an open house or a group showing. I invite them to the open house, or I gather their information so I can send them the listing information and that. If it's a just sold, I call them to let them know that I sold that property, the pricing that I sold that property, the price that I sold that property, and to offer them a market analysis so they know what's the worth of their home is.
Did you call people before? Like, is that something that you like to
No at
do?
all. No at all. Well, I don't like to do it, but I understand that's the core, that's the life of my business, so I do it.
Okay.
I just got into the habit of doing it. I understand it's part of my business, and I do it the first thing in the morning so I can get rid of it.
So what's your advice to an agent who is maybe contemplating a change, or maybe is thinking about, I need more than what I'm getting right now because I'm not successful in my own eyes. I'm not as successful as I could be. What advice would you give them, assuming, because prospecting is not just the only thing that we talk about in coaching, it's just a part that needs to take place, but there's other things, like you're doing postcards as well, and you're doing a lot of follow-up, you do some social media, you call your friends and family, you do past clients, center of influence, all that stuff.
Yes.
So the
Well,
prospecting is really, if someone is scared of prospecting, what would be your advice to these people?
the advice is to do the to take action. The fear will go away. To learn what to say and how to say it. You are very emphatic into the role playing, the importance of role playing. So if you role playing, you start understanding, learning the script, internalizing the script, and then when you are on the phone, you'll just go with the flow. You know what to say, so you'll be less afraid.
So you're saying is that the taking action will make them more comfortable about
That's the
making those
only way.
calls. Having a script, knowing what they need to say will make them more confident,
Of course, that
right?
by knowing what to say, it will give you a lot of confidence, and understanding that you are just trying to help. When you make a phone call, you are helping, because you are reaching out to people that might be just thinking about buying or selling a property, and you are that person, and you start guiding that person through. You are
Exactly.
helping yourself, but you are helping them as well.
Going from 5 to over 30 in about 2 to 3 years. And what's your goal for next year?
Well, my goal for next year is to double what I have done this year, maybe go a little bit higher. I'm aiming for 80 to 85 transaction next year.
Okay. That's a big, aggressive goal.
I know.
It's achievable, but you got to do a lot of work. So, and you know how to get there?
Well, one of the good thing about being part of this company is the support that we get about breaking out the creating a business plan and knowing what you have to do, knowing your numbers. So I've been working on my business plan, and you help me. You are helping me putting it in place and knowing exactly what I need to do to get there.
Is it important to know how to get there, or you can just wing it and go there?
No, it's important to know exactly what I need to do daily to get there. So by creating the business plan and knowing exactly what you need to be doing every day, every week, every month, you're gonna get there, or at least get closer.
Exactly. Hey, if you shoot high enough, even if you reach halfway, you did it.
Yes.
All right. So a lot of good stuff. Is there anything else you want to tell someone that's contemplating a change right now and maybe they need your advice on how to do it? Or
Just take the leap of faith and go and make the change, because the same way I was skeptical and afraid of making the change, you're gonna have, I'm 100% sure that if you do the job, you're gonna have the same or maybe bigger results than I'm having right now. Because if I went from 5 to 30 transaction, that speaks very highly of the system that we have, the resources and the help that you're going to get. That's the true value of it. Access to the knowledge that the broker has and the owner has. And when I need help, whenever I need help, if I'm in the middle of a transaction and I need guidance, I get it right away. Like it's a matter of maybe in a matter of an hour, I get the help from my broker or from the owner. So we have the guidance, we have the system in place to be able to succeed if we do the work. It's very important. And whenever you need the help and you're in the middle of a transaction and you don't know what's going on, you don't know how to handle it, having access to that person and getting the guidance, it gives you confidence and it helps you save the deal.
all right, very good. Thank you very much, Lizette, for your tips and your guidance, and I'm sure that someone will use it and benefit from it. So thank you very much.
Thank you.